What's up, Oklahoma? It's your boy Okie Ball back with another recap episode. Tonight we're going to talk about the Community Christian Classic. The last game I attended there was Weatherford versus Casady, and it was a good game, and we're going to get right into it and get to those prospects. From Weatherford, they were led by 2025 6'5" CJ Nixon, who is really a throwback player to me in the way he plays offense. He's got probably the best mid-range jumper in the state, and at a young age too, which is nice to see. He picks his spots, and when he does, he gets there quickly, efficiently, and hits that shot every time. I love it. Something you don't see that much anymore. It seems like everything is threes and at the rim, but he still has that mid-range game element to him, and I love it. Another thing he does really well is the turnaround jumper. I mean, he puts someone on his hip and gives them a little shoulder fake, turn around, and hits the shot. And he does it very consistently. And he's a very good player, CJ, very athletic, and a lot of people have kind of, pigeonholed him into being more of a post player. But he's really doing well and playing on the ball a lot, bringing the ball down the floor for Weatherford and really showing that he can defend the two guard, and which is what he'll have to do at the next level. And he's a very good prospect to watch in the state. Already holds a few offers from in-state schools. I know SWASU has offered him, and he's got a couple others. The next two guys I want to talk about, I dubbed them the Splash Brothers. That's Tate and Ethan Sage. They're both a legit 6'6". Both have very good guard skills as long as they can play in the post as well, but they're mainly wing players. They both can shoot the three ball excellently. Sometimes it's hard to tell when they're both out there together which one is which, because they're very similar skill set, but also at the same time they do some things a little bit different than the others. And, they're both incredibly skilled, incredibly tall, and, make Weatherford one of the teams that really has interchangeable parts. I mean, they got four guys at 6'5", 6'6", or above in that starting lineup, and they can handle the ball, shoot the ball. I mean, just very versatile team. There are two guys in that 2025 class as well to keep an eye on, as well as they have a junior post player, Nate Bierman, who I hadn't seen very much of, but I've become a fan of watching him because he's good for like a monster dunk every game. Really solid kid, well-built, muscular, 6'6", rim runner, runs the floor great, blocks shots, does a lot of the tough stuff, sets screens, takes charges. A really good-looking player in that 2024 junior class. And once again, just giving them depth at Weatherford. I mean, they were one of the teams that I came away from watching and was like, this team's legit. This team can definitely win the gold ball and has all the parts to do it. And I was very, very impressed with them. Now let's jump over to the other side and talk about their opponent, Casady. They were led by senior 2023 6'4" Zach Dunn, who I, was tweeting about at one time, telling you guys he needs to be on a lot of colleges' radars. He's an excellent shooter, free throw, three-point, mid-range. He's just a sniper. Has one of the quicker releases you're going to see in the state, from the three ball, and also has that 1-2 dribble, pull up that he does. I mean, it's almost mastered it. It's money every time you see it. Excellent free throw shooter, never misses really when you're watching them. Shoots probably in the middle 90s from the line. But he's just a player in this state that, goes under the radar, and he's got great positional size, can knock down the ball, and does the things that schools are going to really be looking at. He's just a kid that needs a chance, and when he gets it, I'm sure he's going to shine. A couple other guys for them, younger guys that I liked, was 2025 Eli Jones, who was a point guard for them, kind of smaller in stature, but was one of the best kids I've seen this year at splitting a double team. There was no hole he couldn't fit through, and, once he got into the lane, he has a great knack for, dropping the pass off to the big or hitting that floater. And he did it time and time again and hit a bunch of big shots for them when they made their run and got it close to Weatherford. And he's definitely a kid I like to see. He just come over there from Mount St. Mary's, and he's a kid that I just want to keep, following in the next couple years. The last kid is a freshman, 2026, Caden Leash. My bad if I got your last name wrong, Caden. But he's a great looking prospect too in that 2026 class. A lot of freshmen playing this year, man, and they're all over. And there's some talented ones in that class, and Caden is right up there with the top of them. Physically built well for a freshman, athletic, gets up and down the floor, can shoot, can handle the rock really well. Just does, everything really well at his age, and, just a kid that I got to continue to monitor and watch him as he develops. But all around was a great game. Weatherford ended up getting the dub and headed to the championship, and ended up ultimately winning the Community Christian Classic. So that's it. If you like this video, please follow us on YouTube. Subscribe to us, please. Hit the thumbs up. Every little bit helps when it comes to support. Like we do, we always say support those that support us, and vice versa. And if you're needing any Okie Ball merch, send me a message. We got hoodies and shirts in stock.